risk capital, because obviously you have an account balance. How much do you want to risk on that particular trade? You need to be able to define these things before you even get into a trade. How much do you want to risk? Because here you can see I spoke of risk capital. So how much do you want to risk on that particular trade? And also risk per trade. Risk capital is how much of your entire account you want to be able to risk on any particular trading day or on any particular trade. Then risk per trade, that means each trade that you take, how much are you willing to risk on that particular trade? I see some people preach use 2% of your account, 5% of your account, 10% of your account, or whatsoever. No, the best thing that's why we talk individuals are not the same. When it comes to trading and risk management, you have to use what suits your risk appetite. All right, you have to use what suits your risk appetite. My risk appetite might not be equal to your risk appetite. If I put maybe $1,000 in my trading account and I'm risking 10% or even risking 50% on a particular trade, it means I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable to lose maybe even that 50%. Or if I'm placing all on one trade, it means I'm comfortable to risk the entire $1,000 on one trade. That is, my risk appetite is very high, and I know that okay, I can risk what I can afford to lose. In trading, only risk what you can afford to lose. If you can lose $1,000 and it will become a pain to you, it will be suicidal to you, then you shouldn't risk it. You shouldn't risk it in the first place. But if it's just part of your trading portfolio and you've already accepted the risks, and you know that okay, my risk appetite is high and I can afford to lose this amount, then you can risk it on a trade. So the bottom line that I'm saying here is your risk management should suit your risk appetite. If you are comfortable risking 5% on one trade and you can afford to risk 5% on one trade, then you should do that. Or if you are comfortable risking 10%, you should do that. But if you are somebody who is very conservative, and you are still just starting, then you can stick to a percentage, maybe highest 1% or 2% on one trade. Then as the skills come in, you can start risking higher percentage of your account. All right, because they say the greater the risk, the greater the reward. You need to understand this. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. And there is no risk without, or there is no reward without risk. So the higher the risk, sometimes the higher the reward. But before you go into that incremental level of using high risks, it should also comes with experience. So that has already come under the arrow quadrant. All right. After you've mastered risk management very well, we're coming to this. We've already trashed this already on the beginner courses. Now we are now at the level of intermediary. Intermediary, we'll be talking about the strategy, risk management, and when we move to advanced level, we'll be talking about trading psychology, because this is a very important aspect of trading. We've already spoken about the arrow, and under the P stands for trading. You can see under the P stands for trading psychology. All right. Under trading psychology, you need to understand that as a human, you can't deny this fact. As a human, when you start doing something that you have your money on the line, that you have your hard-earned money, I know to make the money is difficult. We all have our day jobs, and to come off and make this money is very difficult. But now, as a human, when you actually have your hard-earned money on the line, that is where emotions come in. That is when emotions will come in. And if you don't master trading psychology very well, and you're able to predetermine your risks and understand that this is something that is going to involve your emotions, then you even quit before you get to that level where you start making profit in Forex. So you need to understand that in trading, you can't deny that fact. You have your money on the line, and once your money is on the line, once you start trading live and you have your money on the line, emotions are going to get involved. And if you don't master trading psychology very well and learn how to control your emotions when it comes to trading and learn how to accept your risks when it comes to trading, then there is no way you ever be a profitable Forex trader. Remember, the whole quadrant is about being a profitable Forex trader. So now you can see the quadrant now is completed. You started by seeking the knowledge, which is the skills under the S quadrant. After you've gotten the knowledge, you then move to another S quadrant, which is the strategy. Under the strategy, you need to be able to define your strategy in terms of this term, rest.
Monday.com makes GANs great again. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to say again because they never were, and they're complicated. See, with Monday.com, making a Gantt chart is as simple as throwing a process of project stages here, adding owners and timelines and whatever other details you need here, and then, boom! You got Gantt. And it has all the features you've always wanted. Way much better. Like, for example, if there's a delay at this stage, I can just update it. But not everyone you work with wants to use a Gantt. And with Monday.com, they don't have to, because they can view and manage the same workflows and data, but in the way they want. Now your work is really centralized, so you can achieve more in less time with less hassle. Now that's progress, because Monday.com makes Gantt great. Make one yourself in minutes. It's free to try. You don't even need a credit card.
REST. The arrow stands for, under your strategy, the arrow stands for the reason why you are even using that strategy, or the reason why you are getting into that trade. Maybe you are getting into that trade because you've hit support and resistance, or maybe you are getting into that trade because there's a major news. That is our reason. Now, after you've gotten your reason, you go to the entry. What is the entry you want to use for that strategy? Maybe your entry is going to be an engulfing candle, maybe a double bottom, maybe head and shoulder patterns. It just depends, or maybe even moving averages, indicators, and all of that. After you've gotten your entry, you talk about your stops. Where are you going to put your stop loss, your take profit, trailing stops? After your stop, you need to also talk about your target. Where are you going to be targeting, or how many pips are you targeting on that trade? How many pips will you be comfortable to risk on that particular trade? So that is that about rest, and the rest comes under your strategy. After that, you go to your risk management. You predetermine your risks based on the total account size that you have. How much will you comfortably risk on one trade, and how much of your entire account are you willing to risk on that particular trade? And have you accepted the risk in Forex trading? Have you accepted that this is a risky industry and you can lose part or all of your trading capital? Have you even accepted that risk? Then after you've learned about risk management, you then go to trading psychology, where we talk about managing your emotions in trading, even accepting the fact that since you have your trading capital on the line, you're going to be emotional sometimes, knowing how to not trade emotionally, knowing how to only afford to risk what you can, lose. So because of that, you can see there is no profitable Forex trader. There is no profitable Forex trader that is making money today that I know. There is no profitable Forex trader that is making money today that I know that didn't go through this system. That didn't start by going for the skills, the strategy, and then knowing all of this. There is no profitable Forex trader. So as you're moving ahead and striving to become a Forex trader, always have this quadrant in your mind. You can see at the center we have our big dollar sign. Because after you've gotten all of this and understand all of this, at the end of the day, you'll be able to make money. That is why I can boast today and say, okay, I make money consistently in Forex trading. I'm a profitable forex trader, not only a professional forex trader. You can be a professional forex trader but not a profitable forex trader. Profitability only comes with consistency. So with that being said, let's see if we have thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for coming to the end of this video. On this video, if you can understand this quadrant, believe me, this is a game changer. There is no way you make those profits in forex trading if you don't understand this particular quadrant. Thank you so much.
So, our heroes, every home, everyone.
Have any signal in forex, it follows this system. It follows what they call S, C, then what? S, SCS. The first S stands for structure, the C stands for confirmation, and the S stands for signal. So for you to have any solid signal in forex, you need a structure. That structure can be support and resistance. After support and resistance, how do you confirm? You need a confirmation to buy or sell. That confirmation can be a candlestick pattern, can be an engulfing candle, kangaroo tail, shooting star, morning star, wide cross, wide shoulder. So there are many patterns. That is a confirmation. After that confirmation, was how to be able to generate your own signals in forex, because how amazing it is when you are able to generate your own signals, when you are able to generate your own trading signals in forex without relying on other forex gurus or without relying on other people to give you signals that will never make you any money in forex. You can only make that money if you are able to generate your own signal, and that is what I taught you guys, or that is what I started teaching you guys on the previous video. And something which I did promise you guys was the combination of candlestick patterns, because that is what I taught you guys on the previous video. So the combination of candlestick patterns with a structure, that structure can be support and resistance, which is the highest, most popular and the most used structure. So how can you be able to combine candlestick patterns and support and resistance to come up with accurate and sniper signals in forex? The same signals that I use on my channel on a daily basis, the same signals that I use on live camera and make money and make millions, and you guys see it on a daily basis. So how can you be able to replicate that? How can you be able to copy the same thing and do the same thing and make the same money? That is what I did promise you guys, that once I bring the support and resistance video to you guys, I was going to be able to join everything. But before I go into that, before I go into support and resistance, there is something I want to be able to reiterate, or there is something I want to be able to emphasize on candlestick patterns, which is what we call common Japanese candlestick deadly mistakes. All right, so even though you already have an idea about Japanese candlesticks and how to use Japanese candlesticks to generate signals, but now they are deadly. I call it deadly because if you make these mistakes, you're going to pay it with your account balance. If you make these mistakes, you're going to pay it with your hard-earned money. So this is what I call deadly deadly mistakes when it comes to Japanese candlestick pattern. So that is what we're going to be covering on today's video. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Ndemeze Golof. On this channel we talk everything about trading, business, personal finance and tips to help you stay profitable as a forex trader. So if this is your first time coming to my channel, please hit the subscribe button below to subscribe to the channel so that you can always be updated when I come up with content like this. So what do we have on today's video? Today's video, we're just going to go straight to the point. The first thing we have, the first deadly mistake, or the first thing you should be able to do to be able to produce the highest, or to be able to perform the best with candlestick patterns. The first thing we have here, it says pick a pattern or patterns that work for you and stick with them. In forex alone, or talking about candlestick patterns and candlestick structures and signal patterns, we have more than 100 in forex alone. We have more than 100. So now, because you can see here, we have bearish continuum, hanging man, dark cloud, black cloud, tweezer top, tweezer button, shooting star, hanging man, engulfing candle. So there are too many. So if you're not careful, you're just gonna suffer from what we call too much information paralysis. All right. So now, when you start practicing and going through one candlestick pattern to the other,